Hello, and welcome back to Mind Colonies. And today, as Valerie is finishing up our farm, we do have the farmer all set up and ready to go. In fact, Son is intently watching Valerie build her farm area. Alright. Um, so, I have been a little bit busy. I have a road that goes all the way around the colony. I have also dug this out a little bit. What? The fuck? Where's it? What? What? Is it because I'm in... What? Oh. That's... Good job, Valerie. Anyways, so what we want to do here, there's chests, there's compost barrels, but we'll want to say, hey, we want the farmer to build here. Now, 5 each side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, okay, cool. So we can pick a seed. We can only pick one seed. That's unfortunate. That's actually very unfortunate. We don't want any of those seeds. But, so this guy will only show us these plants that can be farmed here, which is good. So we can farm corn, mint, onions, tomatoes, potatoes, garlic, carrots, eggplants. I don't see... Okay, durum wheat is there, wheat seeds is there, that's good. Having all of these seeds here is a little unfortunate. Yes, there's the durum wheat. We've also got bell peppers, which is good. Wheat seeds, of course, melon seeds, pumpkin, beetroot. So all the vanilla seeds are good. But let me go ahead and make a list of these, and I want to see what kind of foods we can make, which will tell me like what we want to be growing here. I want to say I remember there being like an ability to like plant multiple seeds per farm, but oh well, I'll be okay. Let me make a list, see what kind of food we can put on the menu here. All right, I think we're going to first and foremost do durum wheat. Because that is actually going to be the cornerstone of a lot of... Oh, can I do multiples? No, okay. That's going to be the cornerstone to a lot of what we can build. Let's come over here. We're going to tell her, hey, there's a field over here. Oh, it's automatic. Okay. 1 and 1 fields used, and we'll turn off the requesting of fertilizer. And I think that's gonna be everything. Oh, she can make mud. It's pretty cool.
I can't work like that.
Yeah, I know. We'll work on the guards. We'll also give you, though, because we'll cancel that. I know you're gonna want to use that. How about it? Okay, so the next thing that I want to do. Now, there was an episode before this that did include the building of the farmer's hut here, which I didn't do a time lapse for. I just kind of talked over it. But that ended up being like half an episode of just explaining things. But what we want to do is we want to get houses on the other 3 corners of the town hall. Now, the way that I'm going to be wanting to do things, I might be using those houses a lot more because of, like, I'll probably have, like, back-to-back walls for a little bit and cap it off with a couple houses. but I'm probably going to be using these houses a lot more often. Which might be a problem because as far as I can tell at level 5, I only see 4 beds. Right, there's 2 there, 2 there, and this is a bathroom. So I'm not sure where the 5th bed is in this house. Because the other house, the bed is still in the living room. So we'll see how this works. If it's just a 4-person house, then I mean whatever. But we'll go from there. I want to get the university and hospital set up soon, which will mostly just be the university. But that I want to set up over in this area. I still don't know what I want to do over here yet. Not quite yet. And then I want to go this way for a warehouse. And then we'll eventually start snaking around over here. And I kind of want to turn this into a seaport. And the cool thing with that is I had the idea of using, like, we're going to sprawl out, of course, because I'm going to be wanting to, like, make it, like, a really big fortress build. Where it's a sprawling fortress, right? And I had the idea of if I had some of the buildings facing outside of the wall along here, I could then put like stairs up and build another layer on top and kind of use the walls as like a road system in front. It might make more sense when we see it, but kind of like using the walls as ramparts, I think it is. Now, to do that, I've got a lot dug over here, and I've planning on digging a lot more everywhere else. But this blue wire cage around the colony, this is the colony limit. I cannot place any buildings past this line. In fact, I'm not even sure I can place anything up against the wall that isn't a decoration. How do we get across that? Well, by doing what my villagers or colonists have been asking me to do. I gotta place some guard towers. Guard towers will claim a 2-chunk radius from where they are placed. Up to 5 chunks at max, like building level 5. And they will protect those chunks as well. So we do want to have them, 6 chunks apart from each other for like efficiency, although I'm not too worried about efficiency. But I do want to try placing like a guard tower somewhere around here just to get things like pushed out. And then I can either start placing more guard towers to push it out even further, or just start putting buildings down. I just need the border to be out of the way. Now that we have the farm and we've got this set up, I want to go ahead and push it further, but that's not going to happen much soon. Like this is just going to take a lot of time. And what I want to do is I want to focus on the rest of what's here. A lot of what I want to do over here requires thinking about where I'm going to be placing the walls, which the walls for the town hall are going to be very dependent on where the barracks are, and not having the barracks in place is unfortunate. I want to say also the town hall is the one that claims the chunks, so I'm pretty sure these are all the chunks that are claimed. I don't know what this extra chunk here is for, but we'll see. Let's sleep the night. Sleep in the tavern, why not?
Time for a nap.
Well,
Too late to work
see you
tomorrow.
Okay. So looking at the menu, looking at the farmer and what they want to grow, I think this farmer I want to have grow tomatoes, potatoes, and carrots, I think it was, in addition to the durum wheat. We need to get a bakery. We need a swine herder, a shepherd, and a chicken hut as well. I want to save these 3 spots for couriers. In fact, let me do this. Yeah, I can do this. a little bit of planning. Courier. Can I, like, no? That sucks. Courier. And this is going to be a courier. The house is fine. This, I think I'm gonna put... I don't want the builders over here because I want the builders to be just about as spread out as the rest of everything. So I'm thinking this can be like the... Oh, I'm gonna need regular wheat. Ah, shoot. So this can be... I guess the cow? Let's just make cow. Let's just say cow. That's fine. This can be the chicken. That's a house. Now these ones. These ones, I know I want to put a baker here. This is going to be right there. Which leaves 3. I've done cow, I've done chicken. Maybe I do... Do I just do all the animal huts right here? Cow, chicken, pig. And then sheep. I can't do a composter yet. So what do I want this? Something to put next to the baker. You know what? Why don't we put an apiary here? That wouldn't be a bad idea. Right next to the baker. We could probably use honey for stuff. I think that'll be a good idea. So that is the plan for the inside, which is probably quite important because I do want to get the centerpiece all, you know, quite good and done. But we have placed our... We've hired our last colonist. So, what we're going to do now is I'm going to collect the resources for it. We're going to build 3 houses in each of the 3 corners. Ooh. Yeah. And then with those 3 houses, we'll be able to hire 3 more people, which in turn will, you know, will house the next 3 workers that we want to place. The residences are going to be... Is it this one? Just a torch? Oh, that's easy. I can make 2. I kind of want 3, though. There we go. And then we can get those placed and built. Which, honestly, let's go ahead. I don't know if we looked at it yet. Did we look at it yet? I think we did. Yeah, we're gonna put it over here. Let's see, fundamentals, residence, and we're gonna do this one. Now we're gonna look at the sky, do this, and alright. So we'll need to rotate it this way and put it in that little kitty corner. That should be good. Is that in the chunk? It sure is. Now this is the special thing that has this corner right here. Oh, actually, you know what? I totally forgot that I wanted to build one more thing. Alright, that thing that I wanted to craft, not build, is actually going to be really, really handy. It's going to be the builder's goggles. Now, I believe if I were to put these on, yeah, I put them on right here. I should be able to see other schematics up. Yeah. So see, so now I can see that. Can I see the farmer though? No, probably because it's not close to it. If I were to put this up next to it. Yeah, there we go. Well, I would need to put it right there. So the builder's goggles allows you to see the schematics that are up next to. Yes, this one. I thought it did it automatically by itself, but it's fine. So yeah, so we've got this little setup right here. These will probably look nice. So let's go ahead, place it down, and I'm gonna go ahead and place down the others, and get building. Alright, so that is just about all of the... No, son. No. Just about all of the house is made. Bella just has to... She ran out of wood there at the end, but... She does have the wood she needs to finish this up. This should be finished up very quickly. Now, we do want to build... Probably... a sheep. Probably sheep next. Sheep and pig. That way we can... do I want sheep and pig? Do I want sheep and cow? Leather might be useful. I know wool will be useful. Let's do sheep and cow first. And we'll want the baker. But to fill in those houses, we are going to need to hire some dudes. Alfred, what's wrong?
If you say so.
You're just hungry? Okay, cool. Well, we're working on that, so sit tight. Alright, let's see. We've got Cannon and Edith. What do you guys cost? Hay bales? That's not bad. Okay stats. Sunflowers. I don't think I've got any sunflowers. There's other peeps around though, right? Yeah, this you all the way over there. What are you doing? Allison. Honeycombs. Aw. That's that is actually really good though. Do we look for some honeycombs? Honeycombs could be interesting. Okay. I want to say there was. I have a beehive here somewhere. That's 9 honeycombs though. That's a lot of honeycomb. Ugh. Okay. Well, that was honeycomb. That was a couple of others. So let me see what I have, and I'll go ahead and get one of them hired. Okay, I've collected some stuff, and they changed. Dang it! I spent too long on the farm. Oops. Those are emeralds. I don't think I have those, although those are pretty good stats. Do you you want to take another quartz? No. Oh. Oh my God. How many diamonds? 8. Well, hold on. I have diamonds. I have diamonds for days. What am I thinking? That also might. She said you have my sword, and I don't have any guards yet, but that looks like great stats for a. Oh, you are full. Wow. I'll have to upgrade that later. What was I thinking? Right, I don't have any guards yet, but that is definitely something that I'm going to be doing very quickly. So she might be unemployed for a little while. Because, like, I don't know where I want my guards yet. But, man, oh man, that is definitely a person. Chance over here, I think you were... Oh, you were the nether quartz. Right. You, I think... Let's see, focus and creativity. You, I'm going to recruit. Thank you, sir. And Arlette, ma'am. You are 100% going to be a guard. I just gotta get a guard built up. For the time being, I don't have any jobs up yet. I think I want to start with a cow. So let's get a shepherd's hut. Now the shepherd hut is going to be pretty easy because I think I should have some raw beef. I don't. That's strange. I killed a few cows. Unless I just turned all of it into steak. I might have done that. I wonder where the steak went. Okay. That was a silly joke. Let's go ahead on some cows, because I do need a raw beef for... I didn't need to do that. Where is... This one. Yeah, it's raw beef. Alright, yeah. Let me go find some cows. Okay, that's fixed up. We got some... Ooh, excuse me. We have raw beef. So we can go ahead, grab build tool, grab some raw beef and some planks, and we've got ourselves a cow hand. Now, the other thing, I need to think about how I'm going to get cows over here, which I hope I have some leads, otherwise are just going to be me with some wheat guiding them over, which is going to be a little unfortunate, but let's head up over here. Yep, this was where I wanted a cow. Perfect. Ooh, let's go ahead and put our builder's goggles back on real quick. Horticulture, husbandry, and a cowhand. Can I have it over here, please? There we go. Step back a little bit. Up, up. There we go. Put it right about there. I'm not sure why. I don't know if like it's the builder's goggles that's supposed to be doing this, or if it's just it being next to each other. But I want to say it's supposed to show us, but whatever. I guess. So that's what's gonna look like. Up to 5. It's all enclosed. This actually looks like a pretty nice animal hut. I don't think I've actually seen it all the way up before. So let's get that placed. Start the build. And let's grab some cows. Also real quick, this guy, Weston, for hay bales. Absolutely, look at this guy. Yeah. I still need to grab some materials. Yeah. Okay. All right. This here, I believe, should be a near completed cowhand's hut. It's definitely meant to have a time lapse,
It can't
but
work like that.
I forgot to I forgot to start the replay mod, so oops.
I can't work like that.
But let's go ahead and manage workers. Who do we have? Currently homeless? No. Let's see. Arlette, Chance, and Weston. Now, if I remember correctly, Arlette was going to be a very good, at least I believe, a very good knight. So we'll hold off on her. Weston. Weston looks like he's probably pretty good. I think he's who I just hired as well. He does have a high creativity, but that's going to be okay. We will hire him over.
I get rained on in my sleep.
No, you don't. And then, let's see, settings, breeding honest, fine milk attempts, stew attempts. Per day is 1 milk item, large milk. Okay, cool.
Without this, I can't work.
So yeah, you look to be doing pretty good.
I can't work like that.
You need an axe. That sounds about right. Alright, I know you're
That's a
complaining
courier.
about stuff. No? Yeah, you need a lot more durum wheat. Which you don't have any, but I've got a couple more that I
Without
can
this,
give
I
you.
can't work.
I'll give you a couple more. That'll probably send you over here. Eventually. Cool. Well, this was a decently productive video. We've got we've got eyes on a good menu. We've got 3 more houses, which we currently have filled up, and we have both a shepherd hut and a farm all ready to go. Now you have an idea for the rest of the other bits. I think before the next episode, I'm definitely going to flatten out as much more terrain as possible. And we might look towards figuring out exactly how we want to place a few more things, as well as getting our guard towers placed so that we can actually push out the borders a little bit. Now, I also just realized I need to go in here. Residents. Manage housing. Let's see. There's Sutton. Sutton works in the farm. I know she's currently at the tavern, but I feel like this might be a good spot for her to live in. And over here on the other side, I'm going to put Weston. He doesn't have a spot to live in yet, but I'm going to put him right here. I think I'm also going to come over here and have Mr. What's your name, Mr.? Oh, he's not here. Oh. What are you staring at, man? Let's see, over here, match housing Alfred. We'll assign him here. So that's all 3 of those. And if we come back to the tavern, we can assign Chance and Arlette here. Chance and Arlette don't have jobs yet, but we will get them jobs very, very soon. But until that time comes, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.